All right, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel. Got a whole bunch of good crypto news stuff for you today, as usual. The first thing I want to talk about is that Binance CEO predicts that Amazon will trigger the next bull run, but will Amazon accept crypto is the question. So CZ, the CEO of the big crypto exchange Binance, tweeted recently that he believes that the giant online retail Amazon could be the catalyst for the next Bitcoin bull run. And he might be right on that sort of thing, but there's a lot of problems with that. So these thoughts came in light when he took to Twitter asking his followers what they think will be the next bull run. And his followers had a lot to say, one of which, Crypto Guy, joked that CZ could lead a bull run simply by buying up loads of Bitcoin. Funny. CZ then replied stating he couldn't, but he believes that Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos could be the one that does it. The bigger picture. So I'm sure without a doubt that his comment is correct. If Amazon does accept cryptocurrency as a form of payment on their site, we could indeed see another massive bull run. The big question is, will they? And what's stopping Amazon from accepting crypto? So as of now, Amazon does not accept any sort of cryptocurrency, and there may be a few reasons behind that. The number one, of course, is price volatility. The price of Bitcoin is more volatile than the price of many other government cryptocurrencies accepted by Amazon, so there could be some challenge in pricing products. Also, if Bitcoin goes down 10%, 20%, that could essentially bankrupt people, or it could spark massive panic. If you accept thousands, tens of thousands, millions of dollars in crypto by selling on Amazon, and then crypto goes down in price, and you didn't have any kind of automated selling system or anything like that to transfer it to fiat right away, you could be in a big problem. Regulation, the scene in blockchain is a mess, and as a big and well-known company, Amazon might not want to deal with that. Again, a second thing that I don't really blame them on. 3 is existing partnerships, so it's possible that Amazon already has great deals in place with major credit card companies such as Visa and other payment processors, and smaller online retailers don't get such favorable conditions, which creates a competitive advantage for Amazon. Bitcoin is in an effort to grow, already allows small web shops to accept payment at low cost, but which Amazon couldn't realize the same kind of advantage with Bitcoin. And number 4 is Amazon's own blockchain. Another theory is that Amazon would eventually roll out its own digital currency, and if that was the case, Amazon doesn't want to lend credibility or open up its huge market to a future competitor. And Amazon already launched Amazon Coins in 2013 for game, app, and in-app purchases. And then, of course, there's been a lot of news lately that they're going to open up blockchain services where you can essentially, create a token on their services similar to Ethereum, except it would be just insanely centralized on Amazon, which could be a good thing. I'm sort of a devil's advocate when it comes to decentralized and centralized projects. Now, of course, Bitcoin is great because it is decentralized and nobody can touch it, yada, yada. But centralization also lends to a lot of faster processing when it just goes right to a server and then goes out from there instead of going to every single node on the planet. So it does have its advantages. It's just you wouldn't, want to hold on to a bunch of centralized coins and yada, yada. So again, advantages and disadvantages. Now, I want to lead you to where I actually clicked on this link, and it was just on the cryptocurrency Reddit, and a lot of people had things to say about this. So this is actually a pretty good conversation here in the comments. One, it says, the first person here up top says, makes no sense. People won't buy Bitcoin first and then go to Amazon to spend it if they could buy stuff right away with PayPal or a credit card. And I kind of agree with that. I know that a lot of people already have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, etc., and they would be willing, including myself, to use some of that crypto to go onto Amazon and buy, new computer hardware and clothes, everything on Amazon. But that doesn't raise the price of crypto, really. And it's not necessarily about the price of crypto. I understand that. It is about adoption as it is a currency. But that doesn't really help things. Like, people aren't going to be like, oh, wow, I better get Bitcoin so I can go spend it on Amazon. Because why would you do that? Like, if you have $100 that you would want to buy Bitcoin with so that you could then spend it on Amazon, why wouldn't you just use your credit card or your debit card if you already have the money? You see what I'm saying there? It's kind of like the Verge partnership with Pornhub, MindGeek, or whatever. Why would you go and then why would you go research cryptocurrency, get a wallet, go to an exchange, put money on the exchange, wait 7 days for your money to get on the exchange, then buy Verge, then send Verge from the exchange to the Verge wallet, then send the Verge from the Verge wallet to Pornhub to buy a subscription? You see what I mean there? That is way too many steps. We can just take those steps, cut them right out, and just use your credit card. And I hate to say that because I'm a huge crypto bull. I love cryptocurrency, but again, why wouldn't I just reach in my wallet and use my debit card? So it's something you really got to think about. Someone commented on somebody else, and they said there are fundamental flaws in this model that you are describing. So somebody else talked about how it would be great for cryptocurrency, which it might. It would certainly be very hypey, and prices would raise because of it, because everybody going out and buying it because they think it's going to go up in price even further. Hype wins. But he says, there are fundamental flaws in this model that you are describing. Merchants pay credit card fees not only because they have to, but because credit card companies provide a level of service such as fraud protection. So this is in response to somebody saying, hey, maybe it will take away a lot of the fees and things like that if you use crypto, and for the merchants themselves, which is a good point. But then this person raises an even better point. It says not because they have to, but because credit card companies provide a level of service such as fraud protection, a sort of insurance policy when you get ripped off, which is true. If you get ripped off in crypto, there's nobody to help you. If you get ripped off on eBay or Amazon, maybe you can get a refund. Crypto, on the other hand, does not have any of this in place. Due to the decentralized and trustless nature of true crypto, merchants are left with little to no protection from fraud. There is also a technical challenge that instead of letting one company handle, they now have to figure out how to support many cryptocurrencies at once. Assuming that we get past the chicken and egg problem and crypto gains mainstream approval, we are back to square one, when a single entity has to provide the service to support multiple forms of crypto. That same service will begin charging fees, which will likely be the same, if not higher, than current cryptocurrency, than current credit card fees. Crypto is just fundamentally flawed to be used as a currency, and any effort to fix those flaws will undermine the very nature of what makes crypto unique. Which is true, because we have BitPay now. I believe it's called BitPay, and that's sort of, I remember using that. Let me tell you guys a little story. I went on to Newegg, and Newegg accepts Bitcoin. What I tried to do is spend about $1,400 on two graphics cards, and this was a good while ago. They were about $700 each. So my total came to, let's just say $1,450. That was with shipping, etc., the grand total. So I sent them $1,450, the exact grand total that they showed me. And what had happened is that you end up paying BitPay, and then BitPay pays Newegg. So we have this middleman in between. So like we have cryptocurrency, which I can just send from me to you, you to me to somebody in Russia, from somebody in Russia to Kazakhstan. It doesn't matter. Borderless. It just can go from one person to the other without a middleman. But we have this middleman, BitPay, in the middle. I get an email shortly later that says I underpaid twice, two separate transactions for these two separate graphics cards. And I thought to myself, no, I didn't. I'm pretty sure I know how to make a payment. I paid you the exact amount that you asked for in the grand total. Turns out that they could do nothing about it because BitPay was in the middle, and they couldn't give my crypto back or give me any money in terms of like a gift card that they could just email me. Then I could use that gift card to get my graphics cards. Instead, what BitPay had to do, what Newegg had to do, was tell BitPay to refund me. I had to request the refund, and by then I had to pay another $60 in Bitcoin fees. So $60 in Bitcoin fees just to pay the first time, and then $60 in Bitcoin fees to receive it back. So BitPay didn't eat those fees. I ate those return fees. So I ended up paying $120 for absolutely no reason in Bitcoin. Didn't get my graphics cards, just got my Bitcoin back minus $120 total dollars in Bitcoin. And in the end, there was just a middleman in the center. And that's exactly what this person is talking about. So if you go on Amazon, there's going to have to be this big middleman in between you so that merchants can receive all of the crypto and essentially just pile it into one wallet, or essentially transmute it into fiat immediately. And for that to happen, there would have to be some kind of middleman service which again defeats the purpose of crypto. So there's a lot of things to work out when it comes to mass adoption of cryptocurrency in terms of like Amazon or something. So moving on from that. Excuse me, let me catch my breath. Report, as most of the top exchanges are faking their volume. So being one of the world's largest crypto exchanges means having the power to decide which tokens receive liquidity and which ones don't. Every ICO is forced to either hold onto illiquid tokens or work with an exchange that will list the tokens as a trading pair. So according to research done by Blockchain Transparency Institute, the average price to list a token on an exchange is over $50,000. So this wouldn't typically be a problem, as it's a consensual agreement between exchanges and ICOs. But what does this mean when the exchange fake their volume in order to command 5- and 6-figure listing fees? So it's basically faking their volume to make it look like you're putting it on a really good exchange with a lot of volume, where your token or your coin or whatever you made is going to do really, really well. So in fact, 12 of the top 25 exchanges on CoinMarketCap. I don't know what CoinMarketCap has to do with this, but let's just say exchanges, because CoinMarketCap just lists things, are estimated to be wash trading 99% of their volume, according to the same report, which includes the image above. So if you don't know what wash trading is essentially selling and then buying to yourself. In that way, so like if I had an exchange, I could sell a million Bitcoin, I could list a million Bitcoin, and then buy it. So yeah, maybe I spent a little bit more with, but I run the exchange, so my exchange fees just go right back to me. So it's essentially free. So I can just list $1 million, buy $1 million, list $1 million, buy $1 million, just to myself. And that is fake trading. That is wash trading. So that increases the daily volume of your exchange, because every time you do that, it's another $1 million for the day. But it's not real volume, because I just did it and sold it to myself. And as you can see here on this chart, now this chart's a little stretched, so it's a little hard to see. But as you can see here, Coinbase supposedly has a 1% real volume. So their reported volume is $222 million a day volume. But their 24-hour actual volume is really just $2.7 million. So Binance and Bitfinex, according to this chart, is a 100% zero wash trading, maybe, according to the chart. Another one is Coinabank here, with just a 1% actual real volume. Their volume reported is 95 million, and their real volume is just $1 million a day. So a lot of these exchanges are clearly faking their volume by wash trading, which makes their exchange look better. Because, hey, why would I want to put my coin on a cheaper exchange for $50,000 when I could spend $50,000 on one of these bigger exchanges that clearly has $100 million a day, right? But really, it's just fake volume. So that's starting to come to light lately. So moving on to the next one is that despite the 2018 bear market, top crypto markets have outperformed FANG stocks. So FANG stocks is an acronym for Facebook, Apple, Netflix, and Google. So as you can see here, Apple at the start of 2017, Apple was trading for approximately $115 and was going to break out. And since establishing an all-time high of $230, Apple has aggressively retraced 30% back to currently trading approximately $165. So you can see the stock market really looks like a crypto chart there. Facebook really looks like a crypto chart there, just the same. So stocks not doing too good. Netflix, way, way up, way, way down, just the same. Google, way, way up, kind of way down. And as you can see, top crypto markets have gained 200% or 4,000% in 24 months, and they have sure dipped just the same, but a great time to buy regardless. So overall, technically, statistically, cryptocurrencies are actually bigger gainers than the stock market. However, I would say the stock market is slightly less volatile overall, because eventually, long term, they always typically go up in price, and cryptocurrencies aren't necessarily guaranteed. Either are stocks, but at least stocks have a long history as opposed to cryptocurrency. But keep on hodling, guys. What a great time to buy. $3,200 Bitcoin. It's like free. Litecoin creator Charlie Lee makes 2 accurate predictions within a year. Now, I know this is going to anger a lot of people because they're like, oh, Charlie Lee sold his Litecoin. Yeah, so would I. at $300. Are you kidding me, guys? Of course he sold his Litecoin. First of all, the reason why Charlie Lee sold his Litecoin was, one, probably because it was a really great time to do so. Light bulb, you know what I'm saying? And two, every time that Charlie Lee would make a tweet, Litecoin would either go up and down, up in price or down in price. And people would just absolutely freak out. If you go to his Twitter and you go to some of the older tweets before he sold his Litecoin, it was either like, obviously he's pumping his coin with good news, or if he just actually made an honest tweet about bad news or relatively bad news, people would freak out at him because now he's fudding on the coin and the coin is going down. So he said, screw it, I'm just going to sell all my Litecoin. And he did. So that he made the $20 prediction. The hype during last year was sky high. The so-called experts did not realize the gigantic bubble that had been formed, and had been busy predicting Bitcoin and Litecoin to reach $50,000 and $1,000 respectively. But Charlie warned about the users about the risks they were undertaking by investing in cryptos. So this is his tweet. Let me just open this up for you guys. This was his tweet way back. So in 2017, it says, okay, sorry to spoil the party, but I need to rein in the excitement a bit. Buying Litecoin is extremely risky. See, these were the kind of tweets that he would make. Very honest tweets that most developers wouldn't do. They wouldn't bother tweeting that. And that was the problem with Charlie Lee, is that he was way too honest, and people would actually flip out at him. Not one person asked you, Charlie, why you expect a multi-year bear market, a term most have no idea what it is, but I'll ask why, especially with the CBOE involvement and the fact that everyone's on the radar screens. I got consolidation, but bear market? Question mark? He just couldn't handle it. This person had no idea. Oh, what do you mean, Charlie? Nobody asked you. So this was the kind of thing that Charlie Lee dealt with. So you have to understand why he sold his coin. One, it was probably a really good time to sell his coin. And two, everybody freaked out at him anytime he would give a honest tweet. Which this is just an honest tweet, period. This was back in December, like 11th. It says, buying is extremely risky. I expect to have a multi-year bear market, like the one we just had where Litecoin dropped 90% from $48 to $4. So if you can't handle Litecoin dropping to $20, don't buy it. And this person just freaking out. So this is a perfect example. This person had no idea that there was a bear market upcoming. A lot of people didn't. But you could just clearly see the naivety. This is just absolutely the perfect example. You couldn't find a more perfect example, especially with the CBOE futures. Remember the day that CBOE futures came out, guys, on December 17th? What happened the day after? Bitcoin went down on the 18th and has never recovered since, and it probably will, but we've been in the bear market ever since that CBOE touched it. So everybody was excited about CBOE and CME futures and institutional investment, and look what it did for us. This is why I don't like institutional investment. They are not looking out for you. They are going to buy all of the Bitcoin once they FUD it down to nothing, and then you will never be able to buy it again, or at least not only little tiny increments. I'm telling you guys, nobody should be excited for institutional investors. Get that out of your head. Next, the flapping, the second prediction he made a week back when he predicted that Litecoin will overtake Bitcoin Cash, and this has happened recently. Litecoin increased by 12%, overtook Bitcoin Cash. Its current market capitalization is over 1.5 billion, while Bitcoin Cash's market capitalization is around 1.4, excuse me, which is known as the flappening. So he predicted that as well. Maybe he's just lucky. I'm not trying to, kiss the old brown eye here, but man, Charlie Lee is just a real solid guy. I mean, he shills Litecoin a lot, but why not? Because he made it. And Litecoin's a great coin overall. And this is what he does. This is what I'm talking about. Is he would give honest tweets. Sorry to spoil the party, guys, but it's really risky. I expect a multi-year bear market. Litecoin dropped 90% once, so if you can't handle Litecoin dropping to $20, don't buy it. And everyone's just like, oh no, what a troll. What a troll. Sold my entire, December 11th. What a troll. Nothing to see here. Sold my entire holding of Litecoin. Thank you. Like I said, thank you for selling your one Litecoin. Do you think it will actually be that bad after the recent rise? If it were to drop to $70, is that more of an appropriate price compared to $20? What makes you think it will be that low? Oh, man. Oh, everybody was so naive. These comments are just gold. Oh, not one person asked you, Charlie Lee. Nobody asked you. Get on out of here, Charlie Lee. Do you really think that or just trolling? Oh, my God. Jeez, everybody got burned. Everybody got burned on that one. Absolutely gold. Absolutely gold. I hope you guys come and look at these comments because they are just beautiful. Everyone's like, no, 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 no. That's not going to happen. No, no, no. The price is parabolic. How can it possibly dump in price? It's parabolic. It'll never go down, right? Oh, jeez. Oh, this is why we love crypto, guys. This is absolutely why we love crypto, because it just goes up and JR business goes down and JR business goes up. And like now we got JR aviation because we're like, because we're like privileged 17-year-old kids driving around in Lambos. Our parents definitely aren't rich. We made all of this money with our paper route and our coin collecting. No, 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 no. Our parents aren't completely loaded millionaires or billionaires. I mean, we just happen to have all these planes that we can make a YouTube channel out of, and all these Lambos, and all these, and this gigantic car parking lot that is definitely ours. It's definitely not like it's definitely not a car dealership. I mean, with the clearly office chairs and a waiting room or anything like that. We made that ourselves so that we could wait outside the office that we put in our own car garage, and definitely not have customers in there. Definitely did have customers in there. We're not privileged. We're not privileged millionaire kids. Oh, I got to get off the JR business thing. Anyway, let's take a look at CoinMarketCap. $3,200 Bitcoin. Not many changes to really speak of at the moment at all. As you can see, Litecoin is definitely still past Bitcoin Cash, but not by much. Now, there was a gigantic pump of Litecoin because people seen this and they're like, wow, 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 I better buy some Litecoin, which makes sense. Better buy some Litecoin. And overall, not really anything to talk about. $103 billion market cap. We are on the precipice of that sub 100, but we did go up a couple billion, but really nothing too particularly amazing. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and as usual, I will see you guys next time.